Hi guys, and welcome back to Beauty Fortified. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sue, and today I'm talking about the reformulated, new and improved MAC Studio Fix Tech Cream to Powder Foundation. Now, as I say, this is a new and improved version of the previous iteration of this, which I never tried. So I can't compare the two, but I decided to pick this up. It really intrigued me. I love the idea of the cream to powder foundation. I've used one in the past, the Bobbi Brown Longwear Skin Finish Cream to Powder, which I really like. And I really like the fact that this is in a compact. I thought that I don't have a foundation that's in a compact, so I wanted to give this a go because I have ideas of keeping this in my handbag, reaching for it when I need to touch up. It's portable and it's going to make my life really easy. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the packaging, then we're going to go on to the application, and then right at the end I'm going to tell you what MAC says about the foundation, and I'm going to give you my overall view. So the packaging, it comes in a very sleek silver compact. It has a really nice sized mirror for on-the-go application. The compact foundation looks like that. And then it also comes in the compact, it comes with a little sponge and there are little aerations at the bottom of the compact. If you do decide to use the sponge, you just pop the sponge back in there and close the compact. Very important that you do close it. They do warn you not to leave it open because the foundation will dry out. So it comes in 42 shades. Looks really nice. I love the idea of it. A little bit about my skin. I'm 50 years old. I've got fine lines, wrinkles, and a lot of texture on my skin. So I do have enlarged pores. And so what do I look for in a foundation? I tend to look for a foundation that errs on the side of matte. So they do say that this is a natural matte finish. And I also look for a foundation that's going to stay the good part of 8 hours. It's going to give me 8 hours wear. One that's also not going to transfer onto everything. So we're going to go on to the application and we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about the foundation. I've moisturized my skin. I've got on my sunscreen. So now we're going to apply the foundation. So I'm in the color N5. And this I thought was a tad light for me. I probably could go a shade darker in summer, but it actually is a very good match. So I'm taking a foundation brush and I'm just going to pop it into the foundation. I wouldn't suggest using a sponge. I think a sponge is really going to absorb too much product. So I'm just gently buffing this into my skin. And it really is a perfect match for my skin in terms of color. Really, it looks like I've got nothing on. So I really am quite happy about that. And just going to do the one half of my face. And hopefully you can see the difference between the side that has the foundation on and the side that doesn't. So it is giving me a very natural coverage, and they do say that it is buildable, so you can build it up if you need a little bit more, but it really does go on beautifully with the foundation brush. It just kind of glides on. It's no mess. It really is very easy to apply. So I'm going to pop some onto this side, and it does seem to be blurring my pores. At this early stage, I can't see that it is settling into my pores at all. It's doing a lovely job of just giving me a beautiful, even skin tone without actually looking like I have foundation on. So off the bat, I can say that it really is giving me quite a nice skin-like finish. I really am liking that. Now, I haven't been using lights. I've been using natural daylight. The sun has now gone behind the clouds. So I'm just going to turn the light up a little bit. So that seems a little bit better. I hope I'm not too blown out now. So that's one layer. I'm going to go in with a little bit more. They do say it is buildable. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit more on the cheek area where I do have enlarged pores. And here I'm just going to kind of pat it in. So just patting it into the pores on my forehead as well. I'm just patting it. Make sure that it's all blended. It is collecting slightly on the sides of my nose. So I do need to just blend that out, give that an extra blend. But everywhere else, it's blending really beautifully. So I'm very, very pleased at the outset with the finish. It is giving me a natural matte, I would say, no, more of a satin finish. That's what it looks like. So it's not a true matte. I do still have a little bit of glow on the skin. So I'm going to apply a little bit of blush before I powder down. And today I'm going in with the MAC Glow Play blush in Grand. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that onto the cheeks before I do anything with powder. And I do powder down this foundation initially, and we're going to talk a little bit about how it wears at the end, how it wears throughout the day, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the powdering. But the cream blush is really going on nicely. It's not moving the foundation around, I'm just patting it in gently. And we're almost good to go. I'm just going to add a little bit of lip balm, and today I'm going in with the Clarins Natural Lip Perfector, and this is in the number 70. And so just before we go on to discussing what Mac says about the product and the wear time, I am going to show you how I powder it. So I do powder this foundation down initially. Today I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder, and I find that this just helps to set the foundation. So just putting a little bit on my forehead, my nose and my T-zone, because I can see that it does look a little bit dewy, and adding a little bit of this powder will also help to minimize the appearance of my pores. I'm going to put a little bit on my chin, just a little bit around the blusher because I've got a cream blusher on, but I'm just mattifying this down slightly. So very pleased with that. Let's go on to see what Mac says about the product. Okay, they say that it is a natural matte finish. Well, I would definitely vouch for that. I would say that it definitely is natural. It says it's medium buildable coverage. I would definitely put this at medium. It's not a full coverage, even with a second layer. They say it has a lightweight transformative texture. It definitely has a lightweight texture. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing foundation. So it feels really good, really lightweight on the skin. They say that it's sweat and humidity resistant. I'm never really sure what that claim means. This foundation does transfer, so it's not transfer proof. And that's the only thing I'm ever really interested in when they talk about sweat and humidity and all that. Does it transfer? Is it going to come off? So I'm not quite sure what they mean by that claim. They say that it has light diffusing properties to create a fresh, flawless finish. And I would tend to agree with that. I would say that my makeup does look flawless right after putting this on. My pores look minimized. It really gives a velvety, smooth texture. So I would tend to agree with that. They do have some kind of light diffusing thing going on. So definitely agree with that. They say that it has 12-hour wear, which we'll talk about in a minute. And again, comes in 42 shades, which I've already mentioned. So a little bit about the wear of the foundation. Now, I find that with any foundation, regardless of whether it's a matte or semi-matte finish, I do need to blot and powder throughout the day if I want to keep the foundation flawless. And that is just because I have normal combination skin and it does secrete oils throughout the day. So I have yet to find a foundation, even the double wear, Estee Lauder double wear, does not keep my skin completely matte throughout the day. So I do always have to touch it up. With this foundation, I found that I do it around the 11 o'clock mark, which is about half an hour later than I would with a normal foundation. So that's assuming that I put it on at 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's 7, 9, 10, 4 hours into the wear, I do need to blot my skin. And I found that this was no different, but it still looked really, really good. In terms of the 12-hour wear, I find that around about the 4 o'clock mark, I definitely need to not only blot my skin, but also add some powder, because I do feel that the foundation disappears throughout the day. So when a company makes a claim that they have, the foundation has got a 12-hour wear, I normally take 2/3 of that to be the actual wear of a foundation. So in this case, it would be 8 hours. And I think it really does give a good 8-hour wear, but you will need to touch it up afterwards. But all in all, I'm really pleased with this foundation, and I find that it actually gets more natural looking throughout the day. So as it kind of blends with your oils, melds into your skin, it actually gets a little bit more natural. So if you're a little bit concerned about it right off the get-go, you feel like, oh, it really does look like makeup. It does initially, but it really does kind of blend into your skin as time goes by, so as the day goes on. I find that it's a really good everyday foundation. So if you're not going anywhere special where you do need your makeup to last a good, say, 12 to 18 hours if you're going to a wedding or to a party, I would say that this is a great workday foundation. It really gives you a good solid 8 hours of wear, and it really does look very flawless, but you will need to touch up, or you will need to blot if you do have oily skin like I have. So guys, that's my overall view of the MAC Studio Fix Tech Foundation. Let me know if you've tried it. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Ciao, ciao.